All guns can shoot. However, not all of them are equally reliable or accurate. Now, if you want accuracy out of the box, the gun you should buy must have a solid build, such as having a well-machined barrel with precise rifling, consistent trigger mechanism, impeccable lockup, slide-to-frame fit, and so on. These aren't the only factors, but I know you get the idea already. What's up, everyone? This is your boy Ted from Line45. In this episode, I listed some of the top 9mm pistols in the market known for their competition-level accuracy, even without aftermarket upgrades. It's impossible to mention all the accurate ones in this list, though, so if I failed to include your bet, just comment them below, and I will try to review them independently. Before we get underway, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I know it is a chore, but these simple clicks help my channel immensely. Now, let's return to the video. Sig Sauer P320 X5 Legion. The first gun on my list is the Sig P320 X5 Legion. Now, the P320 is already a good legacy gun, but its overall capabilities when Sig decided to give it a Legion treatment. Right now, I can say that the P320 X5 Legion is already a highly regarded full-size pistol in terms of accuracy. It's a full-size pistol, with a length of 8.5 inches, and a barrel that measures 5 inches long. It stands almost 6 inches tall and has a grip width of roughly 1.5 inches. Meanwhile, it tips the scale at 43.5 ounces, and this lets the gun have a good weight and balance, which of course are essential for dampening its muzzle rise significantly. It uses a stainless steel frame and slide, while the barrel itself is crafted from carbon steel. Adding to its weight is the use of the TXG tungsten grip module, which guarantees superb control and comfort while firing. The recoil system of the P320 X5 Legion is just terrific. I mean, you should take a look at how Sig integrated a rugged steel guide rod and a heavy 1911-style spring into the gun's setup. This system kept the flexing of the pistol to a bare minimum. And yeah, that carbon steel barrel is a match-grade bull barrel. It is not just a run-of-the-mill barrel as you might expect. With a bull barrel, I can get the gun shooting sub-2-inch groupings with 10 5-shot groups at 25 yards without reliance on red dots. And speaking of its sights, the P320 X5 Legion has a long sight radius, the same as the rest of the guns that I'm about to feature here. In my approximation, its sight radius should be roughly 7 inches, and this gives enough room for alignment and accuracy. The sights that it's using, by the way, are Dawson precision sights, which are adjustable and allow fine-tuning. And lastly, you need to check its flat skeletonized trigger. It has a smooth pull, crisp break, and short reset. You won't struggle with it at all. Overall, using the X5 in competitions feels like cheating. I know that it sounds exaggerated, but you should try it by yourself. Tanfoglio Witness Elite Match. The 9mm Tanfoglio. Witness Elite Match is also a highly accurate pistol. Though I don't personally own one, I was fortunate enough to borrow one on multiple occasions, and well, that's a perk of having rich friends. On the range, the Elite Match has no problems in achieving sub-2-inch groupings at 25 yards, using specific ammo such as 124-grain Federal HST and 115-grain Fiocchi FMJ. And when used by trained experts, which I am not, the pistol is capable of hitting 6-inch plates at a distance of 100 meters, or roughly 110 yards, which by itself is an insane feat already. Now, multiple factors strengthen the accuracy department of the Elite Match. The slide and barrel fit of the gun, for instance, have tight tolerances to minimize moving, which of course guarantees predictable bullet placement. I also love its single-action-only trigger, as it has consistent pull and break. It's very crafted to the point that it requires no effort to unleash a round on the pistol. Again, with little to no movement, the shots become more accurate. There's also its LPA rear sight, which is adjustable for both windage and elevation. So yeah, fine-tuning the sights to match the external shooting conditions at various distances is completely possible. This all-steel gun weighs about 2.75 pounds or 44 ounces, which by all means is very hefty for a gun. But the added weight is a benefit, as it reduces muzzle flip and felt recoil. Its 4.75-inch barrel, which is made from precision machined steel, is known for its durability and accuracy. CZ Shadow 2. We already know a lot about the CZ Shadow 2. The gun is the flagship competition pistol of CZ, but it can also be used for home defense because of its astonishing precision and its price. The pistol costs about $1,300, but you can already purchase it for a price of less than $1,000. You can't downplay its performance just because it's cheaper than most overly customized competition pistols out there. To start, the gun has an extremely low bore axis, which when combined with its steel frame, reduces its recoil and muzzle rise. This lets operators control their Shadow 2s with ease, enabling them to generate tight groupings at 25 yards, even if there are no red dots involved. Another aspect that makes the CZ Shadow 2 extremely accurate is its trigger. I mean, I am not the only one who shares this sentiment, but objectively speaking, the single-action trigger of the Shadow 2 is one of the best there is. CZ did pay attention to the trigger system of Shadow 2. It's predictable and very tactile. The resets are short, and when you pull it, it's very light and crisp and breaks around 3 pounds. With a trigger like this, even a novice shooter can shoot like a pro. Also, I shouldn't forget about the ergonomics of the Shadow 2 pistol. You see, the gun is meant to optimize user control. In particular, I am a huge fan of its undercut trigger guard, high beaver tail, and aggressive grip texturing. These are just little details, I know, but they ensure a secure and stable grip every time I fire the pistol, which in turn ascertains that I can ring steel and whole paper targets with precision. Wesson Combat SFX9. The SFX9 is a successor of the EDC X9. In a nutshell, the Wesson Combat SFX9 is a feature-rich, single-action 1911 pistol with a double-stack construction, and one of its obvious differences between the EDC X9 is that it has a slimmer, fully machined solid frame. It also discarded the interchangeable G10 grips of its predecessor and opted for an all-metal X-Tac grip with diamond texturing. It has multiple barrel configurations, but this time I'll focus on its full-size 5-inch stainless barrel variant. This one holds 15 rounds of 9mm and has an overall length of 8.7 inches and a total weight of 2 pounds. So yes, the gun is big and heavy, but it makes up for a good balance and recoil control, and each of the shots it makes is downright accurate. The frame is made from aluminum, and its slide is constructed from stainless steel with a black DLC finish. Its sights are composed of a tritium front and U-notch rear, and the slide is cut for optics with a Trijicon RMR footprint. Using 5 to 6 different loads, I was able to keep an average of 1.5-inch groupings on my 10 5-shot drills at 25 yards, and I didn't use any red dots during my runs, which makes the gun an excellent choice for general range shooting. Whether you are on a bench or the field, this gun maintains marvelous precision. At the same time, it's extremely reliable. Traditional 1911s, for those who don't know, aren't that good at cycling different bullets, but the barrel of the SFX9 keeps the errors at bay. Its single-action trigger is a class of its own, too. It is smooth and crisp and breaks cleanly around 3 to 3.5 or so. The trigger's consistency is also a big factor that maintains SFX9's accuracy. CZ Orange. I'm quite aware that the CZ Shadow 2 is a crowd favorite within the IPSC and USPSA scene. Despite this, I have no qualms that the CZ 2 Orange is technically better than the Shadow 2 in all aspects. For starters, this gun is a little cheaper than the Wesson Combat SFX9. The SFX9 costs over $3,000, while the TS2 Orange has an MSRP of $2,000 or so. But in the grand scheme, it's clear as day that these are not cheap 9mm pistols. Nonetheless, they deserve their price. The CZ Orange, in particular, is a race gun that wins competitions, as it has staggering features that let it accomplish such feats. First, its frame, slide, and barrel have been manually fitted to ensure the tightest tolerances possible. I am no gunsmith, but I am aware that this level of precision in manufacturing significantly reduces unnecessary movements of those parts that I've mentioned. As a result, it makes the gun extremely reliable and accurate, and that's the very quality that the CZ Orange offers. Second, unlike the Tactical Sport 2, the TS Orange includes an adjustable rear sight, and this lets operators fine-tune where they want the bullets to land. Of course, this feature is meant for competitions, but then again, the TS Orange is meant to do just that. Third, The TS Orange has a low-bore axis, which it achieved by having its slide ride inside its frame rails, as well by optimizing a high hand grip via a deep undercut on its trigger guard and generous beaver tail. Of course, I should also mention that it has a heavy bull barrel that dampens much of the recoil of any 9mm bullet. Plus, with hefty construction and crisp single-action trigger, the TS Orange is not just a flat shooter, it's also a fire fast. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more gun videos like this, just click the subscribe button and notification bell. Take care and stay safe.